It's Deja, future tense, past tense, depending on what way you look at it. I just wanted to stop in to say that this video, it's not my favorite, but it exists and we're putting it out anyways. I feel like it was really fun as a concept to do. Essentially, I'm just trying to take horror books that I've read and create like children book illustrations based off of those books. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and even though I'm not super crazy about the way this one turned out, it still was a lot of fun, just the whole process, and it's been living in my computer for like a month or more now. Anyways, I hope you enjoy Deja. I am a artist. I do arts. And yeah, that's it. So thanks for stopping in.
So for inspiration, I went to Black Sands Beach in San Francisco. The South Cali girl in me was very ready to kind of lounge a little bit. So I brought like a ton of stuff, not realizing that, girl, this is the Bay, we're hiking. I literally like rushed over to throw two of my bags back because it's like this like steep staircase. I wasn't prepared, but it's fine. Now we know for next time. Anyhow, I found like a cool little nook area close to, I think, where the tides kind of pull back. Beautiful. There were like so many little creatures. I saw little jellyfish and crabs, and there were clams and stuff. It was a unique experience for me. Once again, I just haven't seen much of that in South Cal, in LA or anything. But regardless, the reason why I chose Black Sands Beach, it reminded me of a chapter in the book that goes over a folklore story of sailors who got lost out at sea. And when they were finally rediscovered, they washed up on the shore. One of the things I really enjoyed about this book is that it kind of takes a second away from the story to tell these small tales. When you're reading them, at first you're like, why is this what we're talking about? But it comes back into the story in very interesting ways later on. But I'm getting very ahead of myself. Yeah, I don't even know the name of the book I'm talking about. So the book is called A Fig for All Devils by C.S. Fritz. It is the winner of the IBPA Gold Award for Best Horror, and it follows a young boy named Sunny. Sunny is a 13-year-old boy whose life gets really turned upside down after the loss of his father, a very sudden loss of his father. And he's a poor boy. He has a very neglectful mother, and not a lot he thinks he has to live for. And so Sunny ends up encountering the Grim Reaper, and the Grim Reaper is reaching the end of their contract as the Grim Reaper, and if they don't find somebody to replace them, they will be the Grim Reaper again for 1,000 more years. So they take Sunny under their wing to teach him the ways of being the Grim Reaper, because, like I said, Sunny's in a place where he is looking for an escape of any means, and a lot of things are falling apart, and so he agrees. Great relationship. It's wonderfully written. The Grim Reaper's a big fan of video games, and like sometimes they just like go on tangents about that. It's so well done. You really get a sense of this like camaraderie between the two. It's of course a complex relationship, because at the end of the day it is death that Sunny is conversing with, so there's a lot of different factors, and once again I don't want to spoil anything. But regardless, through these challenges, Sunny learns a lot about grief and death. The story does a fantastic job of kind of showing the importance of what I believe to be surrendering to situations for what they are. My favorite character is the Grim Reaper. He's very wise, but like lights. For the prologue, we learn how the Grim Reaper became the Grim Reaper thousands of years ago. And it is very, very gruesome. transition. It's one that even reading it, I was like, oh my God. And the whole book, I felt like I had this sense of dread for him to kind of inflict that same pain. And he never did. Not only did he never do it, he never mentioned it. And he was a good person, for lack of a better word. He wasn't perfect, but he was a good person. And I think it's so interesting that the author included the horrific way, not only the horrific way that he became the Grim Reaper, but his motivation for wanting to move on, to transition to the other world and see his family again. It just adds so much color to his character. I decided to do a few small sketches first. So I did like a kind of thumbnail sketch of Sunny with the Grim Reaper, at least his way that he describes the Grim Reaper. Apparently the Grim Reaper shows up in any form that the person who can see it sees it. It's like from their own understanding of death. The way he describes him is pretty close to, of course, the kind of pop culture Western version of the Grim Reaper, with a few grotesque add-ons, I'd say. But besides that, it's I would say he would probably look around this. This is very messy. Listen, I also did a few small sketches of Jess, who is Sunny's best friend in the book. And she has her own kind of subplot with her and her father and her mother. And her mother is someone that she's very much, unfortunately, grieving while she's still alive. And it ties into Sunny's story also, once again, in very interesting ways. She's a great character. She's very fiery. She says what's on her mind and seems like she has to be very independent on her own. Her mother is bedridden, and her dad is a pastor and a secret alcoholic on the edge. So she has her own stuff going on that she's struggling with. But she's a very like spunky character. Definitely probably my favorite after the Grim Reaper. She's described by Sunny with great detail of having blonde hair and eyes like dimes, and she has darker skin. For the actual drawing illustration, I do it's the most climactic scene of the book, and I won't go into full detail about it. You'll have to read it. It's portrays Sunny and his mother in the diner that his mother works in. Now, Sunny's mother is easily she was the worst character until she became the second worst character, honestly. But she's still up there. And they have a very, very tumultuous relationship. There's a lot of resentment on both ends. And of course, that did not make the grieving process of Sunny's dad any easier for either of them. Despite this, though, the story still unfolds. Anyways, I'm not going to spoil anything. Like I said, you'll have to read it. Just know she sucks, but everybody can redeem themselves, maybe, possibly. Not all the time, but regardless. I was very loosely inspired by a very specific book illustration from, I want to say it's either the 9th or the 10th book. Dang. Or maybe it's the 6th book, regardless, of the series of unfortunate events that follows the lives of the Baudelaire children. It's a book series I grew up loving, and love the illustrations throughout it as well. They're gorgeous, of course. Lemony Snicket, you poor tortured soul. For the art, I really wanted to focus on the emotions of the fear, basically, on both Sunny and his mother's face. That was kind of the main thing. Something that I also want to do, and didn't do super well of, if I'm being honest, is creating a very dynamic atmosphere that showcases the Grim Reaper as well in all his glory. And I'm gonna be real with you guys, I do not have a lot of time. I wanted to put out a video, and it was gonna take me forever to finish. I'm unfortunately juggling too many things. So the little lines, those are birds. I wasn't able to fully make this realize as I wanted to, which I'm kind of sad about. I'm not the biggest fan of how it turned out, honestly, but fuck it, we ball. I'll do better next time. Comment if you guys have a suggestion for the next book. I think the things that I for sure want to work on next time is exploring more regarding texture, as well as perspective. Like, I was inspired by that specific illustration, the perspective, looking down on the siblings. So I think that's something else that I would want to kind of showcase more. And then, like I said, kind of the atmospheric, just the atmosphere I would have liked to be more fully realized. I might honestly come back to this at some other point because I was pretty disappointed. I know I keep rambling, and I'll definitely be trying to continue this series, and I want to try to do different mediums as well, so we'll see. I think I'll just end off with one of the quotes from the book that really stuck with me. Happiness is a fickle lover. If loved too tightly, she often grows weary and finds a way to end herself in search of a new host. But if happiness is not one's center and merely a product of one's venture, then she can be found seemingly everywhere you look, like fresh flowers perched at the tip of weeds. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have a good one.